Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into Yahoo Mail's privacy policies.
That's right. We've gone through a pretty dense report on this.
Yeah, and we want to pull out the key bits for you, what they collect, how it's used, and, what it really means when you're using their service.
Exactly. Cutting through the jargon, we're looking at their official docs, trying to highlight the main points and maybe some aha moments, especially given it's, well, email. Lots of personal stuff goes through there.
Okay, let's jump right in. Data collection. What are we talking about? Account setup is obvious name, email, phone number.
Right, the basics. But the big one, really, is communication content. They analyze and store all email content.
All of it. Inbound, outbound.
Yep. And attachments to files, photos, even voice messages, if they're attached, it's scanned.
Wow. Okay, what else? Beyond the emails themselves.
Oh, plenty.
Yeah.
Usage data, what you search for within Yahoo, pages you view, videos you watch, even like software or plugins you have installed.
And device info. I remember reading that was quite extensive.
It really is. Device IDs, IP addresses, cookies, mobile ad IDs, browser version, OS, network details, you name it. It helps them recognize you even if you're not logged in.
And link your activity across different devices.
Precisely. Plus location data from your device, IP, GPS, Wi-Fi signals, cell towers, both precise and less precise location info.
So they're building a very detailed profile. How is all this actually used?
Well, first, for providing the service itself and improving it, personalization is key here. And remember, that involves analyzing your email content.
Right, using what you talk about to tailor the service.
And then there's the major driver, advertising and marketing, connecting advertisers to you.
Targeted ads based on everything they've collected.
Exactly. Your activity, inferred interests, location, it all feeds into showing you ads, both on Yahoo sites and potentially elsewhere. They create a unified ID to track you across services and devices.
Okay, so personalization and ads. Anything else?
Yeah. Research and development, creating analytics reports often aggregated or pseudonymized for themselves and partners. And of course, security and legal compliance, fraud detection, that sort of thing.
And who gets access to this data? Who are they sharing it with?
Internally, within the Yahoo ecosystem and its affiliates, also with trusted partners who work on their behalf under confidentiality agreements.
What about advertisers?
They share aggregated or pseudonymous data trends demographics. But importantly, third-party companies showing ads on Yahoo can collect data directly. Their own policies apply then.
Let's circle back to the email scanning for ads. How direct is that link?
It's pretty explicit in their policy. They analyze and store the content to deliver ads and personalize your experience. There's a direct line there.
But they don't hand over raw emails to advertisers.
No, not individual emails, but they create advertising segments based on analyzing that content. So if you email about, say, hiking gear, you might get put into a hiking enthusiast segment for ad targeting.
Got it. How long do they keep all this data? Is there a clear policy?
It's a bit murky. Generally, as long as needed for the service or longer for business or legal reasons, search log data gets de-identified after 18 months, IP addresses sooner.
But what about the emails themselves?
That's where it's unclear. Some documentation suggests emails are kept until you delete them or close the account. Others mention potential deletion after 12 months of inactivity. You really have to check the current official policy.
So inactivity is a factor. What happens if you just stop using your Yahoo Mail?
After 12 months of no activity, they might deactivate the account and delete the emails. Your username could even be recycled eventually.
Can you get it back?
There might be a short recovery window, maybe 90 days, but the emails could be gone permanently after that long.
Okay, let's talk security. What measures do they have?
They mention technical, administrative, and physical safeguards, though specifics aren't super detailed. TLS encryption for data in transit is standard.
Any user-facing features?
Yeah, things like two-factor authentication, they call it second sign-in verification account key, and so on, plus spam filters. And recently, they've pushed stricter rules for bulk senders, requiring SPF, DKIM, DDoMarks authentication.
That's good. But what about true end-to-end encryption for email content?
That's the gap. Yahoo Mail doesn't have built-in end-to-end encryption. Emails are encrypted while traveling between servers, sure, but not scrambled in a way only you and the recipient can read once they land.
So if you need that level of privacy.
You need third-party tools, browser extensions like Mailvelope, or maybe a different email client entirely.
Right. Now we have to touch on the history here. Data breaches.
Yeah, this is a major red flag for Yahoo. The 2013 breach affected all 3 billion accounts. Names, emails, phone numbers, hash passwords, even security questions.
3 billion. And then another one in 2014.
Yes, over 500 million accounts. Similar data. Believed to be state-sponsored, and there was an earlier one in 2012, too. These were massive failures.
What were the consequences?
Huge settlements, regulatory fines, massive reputational damage. It even affected the price Verizon paid for them, and ongoing risk for users whose data was exposed.
Which leads into current concerns. There's talk about a terms of service change.
Yes, reportedly coming in March 2025. The big concern is new language requiring consent to share Yahoo Mail data, including inbox content with AI providers for feature development.
Sharing inbox content with AI providers.
That's the report. And also potentially allowing them to sell user data to third parties. This has obviously raised alarms about monetizing private communications.
That's a significant shift. Any other recent controversies?
Well, there's ongoing frustration about force updates to the mail interface and some reports of legitimate emails being blocked or marked as spam. Plus, the fact it's not IPA compliant is relevant for some users.
Okay, so if someone's concerned and wants out, how do they delete their account?
There's a specific account termination page you have to log in and confirm. It deactivates first, then deletion usually takes about 30 days, maybe longer in some regions.
And the data is just gone.
You lose access to everything, emails, contacts, subscriptions linked to it. The email address might become reusable later. But some data could persist in their backups or logs for legal reasons. Always best to download anything important first.
Good advice. Finally, how does Yahoo stack up against, say, Gmail or Outlook on privacy?
Well, both Yahoo and Gmail scan emails for ads. Neither offers default end-to-end encryption. Security-wise, Gmail generally has a better track record, given Yahoo's massive breaches.
Storage is different though, right?
Massively. Yahoo offers a terabyte free, which dwarfs Gmail's 15 gigs or Outlook's 10 gigs. But if privacy is the top concern, neither Yahoo nor Outlook are usually the first recommendation.
So to wrap up, key concerns are that extensive data collection, including scanning email content for ads, the history of huge breaches, potentially worrying new terms about AI and data sharing, and no built-in end-to-end encryption.
Absolutely. Recommendations, use the privacy controls they offer. Definitely consider third-party encryption if you're sending sensitive stuff. Be mindful of what you put in emails, and maybe look at privacy-first email providers if these issues are deal breakers for you.
Right. And maybe a final thought to leave everyone with. With AI getting more involved and data sharing becoming more common, what does private communication even mean anymore with big tech platforms? And what's our responsibility to actively protect it?
A crucial question. Thanks for tuning into this deep dive.